get started? You think we're going to? Okay.
People don't strike.
All right. Well, I explained to everybody that you're the judge on who gets the poster at the end of the hour. So, good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be here for this self-defense block of information. My name is Steve Shaffer. I'm an instructor here in Tallahassee with the American Karate Studios up in the Florida area. With me today is Mike Bennett. He is a certified instructor in the Filipino martial arts, and he's cross-training in Kempo with me to look at links between the two different systems. And he is certified, like I said, in Filipino arts, which synthesizes sticks or swords. You know, so they start you off with a weapon in your hand. Whereas Kempo flips that, and you start off with empty hand, and you graduate to stick fighting and knife defense. But the focus today is on self-defense, but primarily it's on prevention. And the idea with prevention is to really know your environment, to know what's going on around you. As RAs, it will be your job to basically represent the university in your job, right? Because the police can't be everywhere. The only person on campus I know that has their own personal police officer is the new president, right? We don't have our own police officer, so we basically have to live in the world of prevention. So what prevention means, and there's been some studies done of people that have been incarcerated, as they get interviewed, they kind of ask them about why they committed these crimes and assaults, is they categorize these into 5 broad buckets, if you will, and they're titled the 5 T's. And the first T is you're targeted, okay, and that's the whole idea behind prevention. The next, they test you to see how you react, and then they threaten you, and then there's the touch, which is what we'll get into as well, the self-defense part where you can't escape, and then there's the takeoff. So let's start off with the idea of targeting. All right, if you here's what's going on. He reaches for me, I back up, and then I use this motion to create a leverage point on his elbow, and then I get out of the way. Because that's where I want to run you. I want to get him out of the way so I can leave, not prolong the fight. You see, that's what's so sad when you see these news reports of so-and-so, they fighting and everything. They just need to leave. All right, so he reaches for me. I stumble back when I get out of the way. All right, look up here, guys. Here we go. That's kind of a defensive move. Let's add some offense to that. So the push comes in. Now we're going to introduce the palm wheel. There's that palm wheel, and they go back to the left. All right? So here we go. All right, line up. Let's get in our fighting stance. Now, facing front for a second. So you know what we're doing. All right. So just, it's like a jab cross. You're going to use your palm here. This is more stable than a punch because it takes the wrist out of the equation. So if you have to strike somebody, basically you're doing a shock to the system. You're not necessarily going to knock them out, but the idea is to get away from the attack. So what you're going to do is, if you get this leverage, going back to step 1, leverage, and insert that palm heel and back to leverage. Okay? So wipe off, strike, and then clear. All right? The concept of this, remember I said your idea is to escape. Remember, if you're attacked, it's not a game, it's not a competition, it's not your opponent, it's your attacker. So again, attitude, your mindset is, he's attacking me to hurt me, to put me in the hospital or worse. I need to get away from this attacker, this aggressive person. That's that 5% that need to go to jail, right? So you have every right as a free human being in America to defend yourself, but you cannot overdo it, all right? So this is not about winning or losing, it's about surviving. That's why my emphasis today is on getting away. If you have to strike, if the police say, well, who threw the first punch? You know, this is what happened, right? So you didn't throw any punches, but you just got them away from you, right? It has to come to a report or something. As RAs, you've got to be very careful. Your goal is to de-escalate this situation, all right? Not to let ego take over and get into this fisticuffs where, you're just banging on each other because, you're rocking stock and robots. Avoid the energy, redirect it, and get out. That's kind of the idea. Now, let's add a option. Let's say Mike, remember, we got 3 shoulders, he's going to push this shoulder, all right? I'm going to go with that energy, all right? So I'm going to go back in my stance, and I'm going to add the palm heel. Now I'm working this, all right? Before, I was on this side, right? Working this side. All right, so pay attention. Here we go. If I'm sorry for my back, but you can catch this. You'll think this is much. All right, so he pushes. I'm going to absorb his energy and then throw my own lead palm heel. All right. Now I'm on the inside. That's not very safe for me, right? So I want to come down. I'm going to come back this way. I'm going to raise up. And I'm back to this. Is that crazy or what? It's called a pass-over. So watch again. Let's do it together slowly. Grab your partner. Push. This is called a same side push. All right. So their right hand is pushing your left shoulder. Catch on. All right. So look. If he's pushing my shoulder, everybody listen. Time. If he's pushing my shoulder, I'm going to hinge. See how I can hinge either way? I'm going to hinge and pivot into that palm heel. Notice I've trapped him here. Everybody get to this position. I got to believe you understand what I'm talking about. There you go. Now, drop your hands out back to that defensive and go underneath that elbow. Raise them up and then transfer. I'm going to transfer my hands to that leverage point and then spin them around. All right, again, let's do it again. I'll go by step, and I'll let you go. Here we go. The push comes. So he's going to grab the ball. Now he's real close. All right? So now what if he throttles me? So he goes this way, out and back. See what he just did to his arm? That gave me that opportunity. So now it's like this. Now if he's this way, I can come up underneath, or if he brings out, I'm over top. And we did that drill earlier, right? So now come up from underneath, and I'm back to this. All right? So that's the drill. So he's trying to rock you back and forth like, why this is my dorm. Whatever the argument is, doesn't matter. I told you I want my music loud, right? I don't care. The sky is not blue. Come on. All right, let's let the crowd count. And try to applaud. And what we're going to do, okay? All right. So pick a scenario and we'll watch.
You got to do sound effects.
That's right. All right, next. Wait, she had rules. I can't have that. That's exactly what you say to an attacker. No, stop. No face. Nice transition. Very good. And step on the toe. There we go.
No, he did not.
You got it?
I'm pretty sure I got it.
He knows he got it.
Come on, guys. Represent the east side.
Hey, Brandon, we're going next.
Ah!
Kenny. Come on, Tuck in. Ooh, that's how you feel. Oh, that was good. All right, well,
Get the story right.
you don't like it too, right?
There we go. All right.
Yeah, let's go.
You know me?
Brandon, no mistakes.
He's a good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Boom!
Y'all can say like.
I bet you won't hit it though. I bet you won't hit it though.
Oh. Oh.
Sure, ball.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
You say what?
All right, thank you all very much.
Hold on, we're gonna get a picture of everybody. Everybody.
All right, okay, put out your hands like you're fighting and you got that palm in the ball.
Yeah.
Fingers up, thumbs in. Fingers up, fingers up. Come on, technique.
What is the wrong?
Can we get like in close a little bit? Tight as you can. Tight.
You got to go.
Tight as you can.